BBC News.
Kuna sauraron shirin The Fifth Floor. Domin ƙarin bayani sai ku je shafinmu na intanet wato bbcworldservice.com/thefifthfloor.
And you're welcome to The Fifth Floor, where the news comes in Hausa, Sinhala, Chinese, Vietnamese, Spanish, Portuguese, and more. I'm David Amano, your lift operator, taking you to places in the BBC World Service where you didn't know you wanted to go. In this half, how the mood in Turkey is changing in the aftermath of a recent bomb attack and restrictions on reporting the news. And the blessings fixtures at Leicester City Football Ground. How much have Buddhist monks and a Thai family business contributed to the success of the Siamese foxes? But first, Najieh Ghulami is a presenter with BBC Persian TV, growing up in the Iranian city Mashhad. It's home also to one of the largest religious sites in the world. The Imam Reza shrine is a spectacular complex which attracts millions of Shiite pilgrims each year, and that takes some managing. It's also maintained by a huge business empire that goes beyond religion and beyond Iran's geographical borders, and that's been in the news lately because of a change in leadership. We'll hear more on that in a moment, but first to the shrine itself. Najieh tells me it's a very special place for her.
I have so many childhood memories from the Holy Shrine in Mashhad. I was very little. My mom used to take us to the shrine early in the afternoon. We used to play around these beautiful marble fountains in the courtyards. I remember the water. I remember the beautiful blue and golden minarets which decorate the sky. And it was like a picnic. So we will eat, we will play, my mom would pray, and later in the afternoon my father will join us and we will spend the evening together and we will leave by the midnight. And it was the same for so many people. But it changed. The spirit of the experience changed later when in 1994 a bombing happened inside the Holy Shrine. Mm-hmm. And then after that it was so many security gates. You were not allowed to take so many stuff with you. It wasn't like a picnic after that. It was mostly for prayer.
When did you go inside? When was the first time you went inside?
Oh, the first time I think it was when I was 4. So I have pictures from my family, me and my brother, my mom and dad. We are all standing inside the shrine. We all having our hands in our hearts looking in the camera.
Describe it some more for us. Is it kind of adorned and gilded with precious metals? And
yes.
You've mentioned marble.
Yes.
Give it some more.
So it's huge collections of mosques and marble courtyards, different buildings. There are golden minarets and minarets which are covered by very expensive and old ancient tiles which has been donated to the shrine by very rich kings or princes during the centuries.
The name Mashhad, the city you're from, it means martyrdom?
Yeah, the place of martyrdom. Imam Reza, the 8th Shia Imam, is believed to have been martyred in Mashhad during 9th century. And then in the 16th century, Iran's Safavid dynasty adopted Shia Islam as the official religion, so they just expanded it for centuries to come.
But lots of pilgrims come there,
yeah,
and they bring gifts. And
yes.
And where does that money go to?
The whole money goes to the foundation, Astan Quds, the Holy Gateway of Imam Reza. And they have a vast number of businesses, from mining to textile to bus factories and pharmaceutical plants. And apart from the Holy Shrine, they have 2/3 of the land in Mashhad, the second largest city in Iran, and they have 90% of all the farmlands in Khorasan. The worth of the lands in Khorasan province is $20 billion.
This makes the foundation hugely wealthy.
Hugely wealthy.
And hugely influential.
Yes. So they have a hand in every kind of business that you could imagine. Also, apart from all this, they are working with other countries. So, for example, they laid water pipes in Lebanon. They built bridge between Iraq and Syria. They saw road building in other places like Algeria. So, yes, they are a huge business empire. Mm-hmm. I should also say that the foundation is only responding to the supreme leader. So they are exempt from any tax. All the other businesses in Iran, they pay 25% of tax. Mm-hmm. But the Holy Shrine, it doesn't. And it has raised a lot of criticism in the past and now.
The former leader of the foundation was seen as getting more and more to be like a businessman anyway.
Yeah.
And less sort of clerical. Is
exactly,
that right?
Yeah. Ayatollah Wais Tabasi, who died recently, he ran the shrine for 35 years. So he was one of Iran's most influential clerics.
he was a conservative. So what is it about the new appointee, Ibrahim Raisi, that is making people say, gosh, this guy is more conservative?
The fact is that Ibrahim Raisi, he is a hardline conservative, but also he has been a revolutionary religious judge. During 1980s, when a large number of opposition activists were executed in Tehran and around the country, but how far he was involved in those executions is not clear.
Looking back to your childhood, though, or trying to look at the Shrine and the Foundation through your forebears, through your parents and your uncles and aunties' eyes, how would they have regarded Ayatollah Tabasi, the previous leader of the foundation, as compared with Ibrahim Raisi?
You know, for normal people inside Mashhad, especially those who are religious and who have religious beliefs, they don't get involved in these changes in Mashhad or in the Holy Shrine. All they see is Imam Reza, and their life is being shaped around this Holy Shrine. So if they are getting married, if they have a problem, if they want to seek a cure for a sick person, they will go there. So they get involved less with the politics.
If you were living in Mashhad today, though, would you still be going to the shrine for births, weddings, funerals?
Yes,
and
I
other
was.
events?
I was last time I was in Mashhad was in 2008. A few days before I leave, and I didn't know exactly if I go back. Obviously, I didn't go back because I work for BBC Persian right now, and it's a bit difficult for us to travel back to the country because of the political situation. And for me, it was like a refuge from all the problems or sadness or whatever feeling that I had. He was. I mean, I mentioned him as a he because, I mean, Imam Reza for me was like a friend, the shrine. Mm-hmm. So I would go there. For example, I spent half a day just sitting, looking at the tiles and people and the courtyards and the sky, which was always blue and beautiful. And I would sit there and take a deep breath and think about all the things that is happening in my life and would maybe share it.
As it were with the spirit of Imam, the original Imam
exactly.
Reza. And do you feel lighter?
I did feel lighter. And the funny thing is that, for example, when I was a teenager, if I would say to my parents, I'm going there or here to a party or cinema, you know, they might consider it like might think about it. But if I say, oh, I'm going to spend half a day in a holy shrine, they would say, oh, of course, you should, you
Good
must,
girl.
you know. Yeah, exactly.
You get some
so that was also a freedom for me. But I think so many people have this one-to-one relationship with this holy shrine. So if they are happy, they come and say, oh, thank you. I came here and I said thank to God and thank to you, Imam Reza, because I prayed last time and this is happening. But for example, if you had an exam and you're very worried that you might fail, you will go and share it to the shrine. So it's all memories for so many people, I think, especially in Mashhad.
That's Najieh Gholami of BBC Persian picturing the Imam Reza shrine in Mashhad.